Good day, Tragic here. Welcome back to Mage Night. We are having a pretty bad game. I don't really feel like I'm doing very well, especially Ursula down in the bottom here is just having a terrible time. Cisco not much better. The only real person making any headway is Martok and Picard, but even Picard's going a little slow. Still, let's get into it. It is actually Cisco's turn now. So he has some diplomacy, and that's about it. Does he have diplomacy on this guy? No. Does he have red, though, is the question. We have a red die, which is excellent. So he's going to go 1-2 and do an explore here and possibly buy a unit from the monastery. Except, is there anything to buy? He can't buy any units, but he could buy the seasoned away team. But I kind of want Picard to pick that up this turn if he can. Let's just see what his hand's like. He does have diplomacy as well. Okay, so first we need movement. And once again, we have Zippo movement. We are just absolutely wrecked on movement. So we go 1-2. That gives us 2 movements, 3. Wow. These are just... I'm going to just have to do 2 movements. I just can't bring myself to discarding all these things. And that just moves us here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go bang, and that gets us synthesized data. And we are going to take a red, and that way we will definitely be able to power Cisco's ability like so. And I'm also going to discard this for nothing. And look, I even had a white, so I had a really strong move, but like nothing to do. If only I had movement, because I can explore here but not here. Maybe I should just spend it. Let's just get rid of this for now. Maybe I should just do this. So what would I do? That's 2 movement. And then I'd have to go 1. What does this thing do? No. 2. That would do an explore. And that would leave me the possibility of having 5 shields plus, or 3 photon attack plus another 3 attack or 3 shields. So I'm actually going to do this. We can still synthesize the data if we need. So we've moved 1-2 into there, and then we're taking another spaceship tile. Oh, what's going on? Blam. Lock, and there's nothing to attack, so that's pretty horrible. Still, I think that's actually a better move regardless. So what I'm going to do is we're just still going to do that, and we're going to use the red die and synthesize a red. This gets discarded because we didn't even use it. I could have not used the red die, but I would rather have done that. And then we draw to 5. We're talking about drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Martok is actually at 6 now. So he draws to 6. And he's drawing to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's drawing to 6. Okay. It is actually Martok's turn now. Now Martok has energy flow, but he still has not bought a single crew member. But he has the option now to attack this place here. Now the way this works is the adjacency rules are a little bit different. Basically what it means is in Mage Knight, you would move into there, and then you would face this token and this token at the same time. This game being much more forgiving means that if I move into there, this guy will trigger. Like if I choose to attack here with my action, this guy will trigger and I have to fight him first. Thematically, the idea is that he's like a perimeter, you know, patrolling around the spaceship, right? So you kill them, then you go in and kill the ship. So you'd fight him as a separate battle, and then you fight him. Now, there are some downsides to this. It means you can't combine your attack values, but it also means it's a lot easier to do a lot of things. So we can either choose to attack him, or we can choose to attack him and attack both. So let's have a quick look at his skill set. He's got this, which we kind of don't really need. I'd like to keep that because he's going to buy a crew member next turn. He has long range attack 3. And that is it. That's all he's got. That's just... Oh! I don't know what's going on. We do have a blue mana. That's excellent. That just allows us to use additional from the core. This allows us to gain crystals. We can gain a black mana, which is what we want this guy for. So we can do 3 attack out of... Well, 3, 4, 5 attack total. It's just absolutely shockingly bad. You know what we might do is we might go, oh, that's impassable. But there is this thing, we could grab one of these guys. Yeah, so what I might do, this guy will give us 2 XP, which will take us to here, so who cares? So I think I'm actually going to go 1, 2, explore. Oh, and I didn't explore with Cisco, so he goes up 1. So stuff all this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That produces 4 movement. We are moving away, so nothing triggers. And out comes the next tile. Out, and there's the reds. So we really want to do at least 1 more explore this turn. There's another not perfectly aligned snap point. God, I was a bit slack when I made this mod. Right, so just fix that. So this comes out. You blam. Lock. Nice. So we have another whole bunch of stuff, and we have an M-class planet, which is pretty awesome. So we have another Romulan. Now what's cool about... Oh, another M-class planet. Blam, what have we got here? Honor! Attack 2. You can take 1 damage to increase it. Oh, we really want that skill. But he has no diplomacy in hand. Well, he's got 2 diplomacy. And he is actually... So what we want this guy. Diplomacy on away missions only. 2 diplomacy, so that's 4. We want to clear our hand a little, is what we want to do, so we can draw some diplomacy. So I'm going to go discard. And that gives us a red mana token. And then I'm going to go your blam red mana token, which gives us a red mana token into our thing. So using this, we discarded to get 1 red mana token, and then we use synthesized data to create the mana token in our inventory. We don't need this, so I'm going to discard this completely. That's another 2 movement. I'm going to stay where I am because I've still got access to this ship. Actually, wait up. What am I doing? I still haven't... I can still attack in here now. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can still attack in here. I've got 4, 3, 4, 5 attack. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that instead. So I use the 2 movement to move in, and then I'm going to attack into the Romulan starbase. Yablam. Okay, so it's 4 damage, and it's coming in fast, and we need 4 to attack. So that is 2 block, which blocks 1, takes it down to 3, which means we take 1 wound. And then this is 3 attack, and I'm going to discard this to 4 attack, and we're going to pay for it using our red mana that we have on the side here. So to recap that confusing turn, we were here, we went to this place here and then explored. That was 4 movement, and because we moved away from this guy, there was no attack. Then we played that using the blue mana from the source. Then we attacked into the Romulan starbase. It's attacking for 4 at fast. We discarded this using this ability here to get 2 block. 2 block is actually only worth 1 block, so he's now attacking for 3. We have 3 defense, which means we take 1 wound into hand. And then using our die from Secret Plot, we powered long range attack 3 and just discarded this sideways for 1 for 4 attack, and that be that. Nice. Okay, so we get another 1, 2, 3, plus we get 1 for exploring. You blam, and we get 1 reputation knock. And that's about that. Yonk. Sweet, and now he's actually drawing up to 7 cards. So hopefully we're going to get some diplomacy now. And we actually have an extra die in the source again. Yablam! Diplomacy. Excellent. Okay, so this thing here has the little spanner icon, right? Now the question is, does that mean it can be... Oh god, I've got to find it in this terrible, terrible manual. I don't know why the manuals for... Here we are. Players can also play any number of special repair and heal effects during an interaction. Okay, so the spanners, we can play that during an interaction, which sounds to me like I can go, like say I had this guy, I could tap that for 2 diplomacy. I could then cast energy flow to untap them and then tap it again for another 2 diplomacy. So I could actually tap her for 4 diplomacy and get other people to discard. Unfortunately, oh no, I've still got insight. Excellent. Oh, look at that. All black mana in the source. Awesome. The rest of the turn is going to be great. Unbelievable. Anyway, so that's his turn. Let's go to Ursula, who now has to figure out what she's going to do. Luckily, she's actually got quite a lot of crystals saved and can gain gold crystals. She is still over here in the base. Wait up, how does she... Sorry, this... I don't think she actually has this guy. I have to check that. I did a lot of fiddling around last turn trying to work out whether I was taking this or I was taking this. And the choice was eventually to take this because I could get this turn and get Wei on next turn, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So, yeah, so basically what happened is... Last turn, I hired Wayun, and then I decided to change it to Romulan Ale, but I forgot to put Wayun back. So I don't actually have Wayun, which means I'm going to buy him right now. So to do that, we're going to go and take one of these black die, and that produces 6 diplomacy. We need... -1, so we need 8 diplomacy to hire him. 6. I'm just going to discard this and draw a card. Additional die from the source doesn't help us, so that is 4, 5, 6. I'm going to leave all the movement. So we've created 6, 7, 8 diplomacy, which is enough for us to take Weyong. Okay, so her turns are still a freaking disaster. And we have planning, so we're going to draw 6 cards. Oh, awesome. She's actually got a good turn if we can actually get the turn to function. And do we roll another black? Oh, it's cocked. So let's just roll that again. Okay. So Ryker, we've got Ryker and we've got the medical officer, and I think we're right next to a planet. No, we're not. So we need, what would be best would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus attacking this thing. Oh, actually, that is not a diplomatic planet. That is the ancient ruins site. And if we look at the card, basically, oh, it's hard to see. Basically, the ancient ruins, most of them are quite hard. You know, like multiple enemies. And I believe, considering we have a terrible source, absolutely horrendous source, and not much attack. We've got this, which is good. And we do have, we don't have a red die though. We do have a red die. And we even got repairs and heals and stuff. And we do have this thing here, which gives plus to everything our units do. So he's by himself is diplomacy 7. That is insane. Okay, so maybe we can do this. We need move, so there's a move. 1, 2. Now, do we want to risk it? I think we're going to give this a try. We can produce a total of 5. We can only produce 5 combat total, which isn't, oh no, 5, 6, 7. We can do 7 combat total, which is not a lot at all. We've got this thing here, so we can actually produce much more than that. We can, well, 2 more. We can produce, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 combat. Let's give it a go. How bad could it be? Let's give this a shuffle. Come on. Oh, I know this is going to be bad. I don't want to do this, but I feel like I have to. Oh, man. Guess he could. I don't really want to waste time on one of his things. No, I just can't bring myself to do this. I'm too scared. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go like that and power that and get 5, 6, 7 movement. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Oh, God, it's even worse. We have a Borg cube. You have another Romulan base, and we've got another one. So it didn't really help us at all. But interestingly, we have opened up the first core sector tiles, so we can turn elites on. And he gets 1 XP for exploring. So that's 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we don't even need to use this. Okay. Bam. Rolled a yellow. And I've got 5 cards left. He is on our repair station, so he gets to repair, and he also draws a white mana for next turn, and draws back up to 5. Diplomacy and a bunch of attack. If only I discarded the move. I should have discarded the move because there's no way I'm moving next turn. Yeah. I'm going to discard the move. Draw again. Bam. Ah, double move. That's what you get for cheating. Right. That is the end of that turn. I will see you guys next time.